Can you at least play some music or something? Holy shite. I didn't unsub for this level of service. Destiny, please talk to Narcissa right about trans issues. Enter transition. You boy.
All right, are we all feeling sufficiently wrestled?
StarCraft 2 co-op with Kyle Angel Thumps.
Jump to about a year later, just weeks before the game releases, they make the
A member has recommitted to the club.
As a voice actor for the game. In case you missed the controversy, a popular YouTuber, JonTron, made some dumb, horrible, vile remarks on the internet for the world to see. He said that he was not impressed by the new Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, obviously, you have to remove this man from the game, but did you really have to do it in such a public...
Destiny does size matter? Nathan feels bonus meme. Rip it's murder.
You know, I think they're still trying to cover their tracks from Banjo-Tooie. So now it finally comes time to play ukulele. What kind of Kickstarter game do we have here? Is it on the Shovel Knight side, or is it on the Mighty Number 9 side? It's on the fucking shitty side, I'm sorry guys. Although Shovel Knight is in the game, ukulele is uninspired and wildly uneven. It hits you with the best level right off the bat, and then it just kind of fades out. Inconsistency haunts every corner of this game. Sometimes the music is beautiful, other times it's just loud and bombastic and grating. Sometimes the game looks beautiful, sometimes it looks like dog shit. Sometimes the controls are razor tight, other times they're slippery and imprecise. There are just blatant levels of polish not applied here, and in a lot of ways the game is less technical.
Gas the weebs. The only thing stopping me from ending it all is being able to hit that resub button every month to give you my Amazon dollars.
All right, let's take a look at everything that happened here, okay? So I'm skipping. If you donate, I'm skipping the things, okay? I love you all very much, okay? But I'm gonna talk, okay? Because all of this is absolutely triggered the fuck out of me. Before we get into this, there are a lot of you that disagree with me because anytime you see something, you're very emotionally drawn to being part of a circle jerk, and that's cool. If you have nothing more to do in your life than to join a bunch of internet strangers that have no idea what they're talking about, and that makes you feel good about your life, then by all means, continue to ravage on and say ignorant, retarded shit all day long on the internet. That's totally fucking within your right. Yeah, knock yourself out. Let me see if I can find the, time for the counter. Destiny's right. Circle jerk again. Morbus, Mia, get onto Discord, okay? And then we can talk, right, buddy? All right. First, let's give a brief overview of what happened, okay? Let's get it. Okay, so briefly, what happened, okay? So, this is my understanding of the situation. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Feel free to tell me if I have any of the facts incorrect. So basically, United had a flight full of people that were about to depart from Chicago to, I'm not sure where they were going, someplace kind of nearby. They were going from Chicago to some other place, and apparently, after they'd boarded, I guess they got notification that there were 4 employees that needed to board the plane to get to some other place. So apparently, after they had boarded the plane, they notified the passengers that they needed 4 people to, I guess, voluntarily leave. They attempted to... hold on. Did I say overbooked yet? Did anybody hear me say the word overbooked? All right, just checking. Okay, so apparently what happened was they needed to clear room on the flight to get these 4 employees to fly because these were must-fly employees, okay? So they initially offered a $400 travel voucher, I think, in order to get people off the flight. Nobody accepted. Then they went up to an $800 travel voucher to get off the flight. Nobody accepted. So now at that point, they had asked the computer to pick 4 people to kick off the flight. And then they got their 4 people. 3 of them left happily. The 4th dude freaked the fuck out. The United airline had to call the Chicago airport security people to come over and forcibly remove the guy off the plane. And that is essentially what happened here, right? Do we disagree on any of the memes? Is something wrong? Do we have any of the basic facts right?
Destiny, when will you unban me after throwing so much money at you? Also, fuck you, Pulsar.
Destiny. He didn't freak the fuck out initially. Well, he didn't leave when they told him to get off the plane, Apple is, right? He didn't leave when they told him to get off the plane, right? According to an article, it wasn't random selection. It doesn't matter. It's really not relevant whether it was truly random or not. It's really not relevant at all. Did the people who were randomly chosen get the $800 voucher? I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure they would have, at the very least, been recompensated. I'm skipping donations right now, okay? I mean, anytime I've ever been forcibly bumped from a flight, they still compensate me afterwards. It's happened before to me. People, I can't imagine that they would bump these guys from the flight without any type of compensation. Where do they bump you from? On the flight, on the plane, or at the desk? Apparently, it was after they'd already boarded. Okay, let me address this thing. I'll put this on my notepad to address later. Everybody that brings up the fact that this guy was a doctor is a fucking idiot. I would safely ignore anything. Anytime somebody brings up that he's a doctor, this is a person whose opinion is meaningless for multiple reasons. But generally, this is a person that is not qualified or mature enough to really comment on anything going on here. So his occupation is 100% irrelevant, okay? So let us assume that everybody here is a rational actor, okay? Let's see what a rational actor would do in this situation, okay? First, let's look at United Airlines. So, United Airlines probably fucked up, I think, and that they boarded a flight where they didn't have enough room for everybody. My guess, and I don't know, I haven't seen any information confirming this, but my guess is that they either let on all the standby people before, like, the flight was fully boarded, they let the standby on, and then they got word that they had employees that needed to fly. That's my guess. Does anybody know if there's been official word on why they boarded the plane beforehand? No, Black Fuchsia, you're wrong. Just stop talking. If you don't travel a lot, or if you don't know anything about air travel, please stop. Please stop. I've noticed that there are a lot of people talking about this that I don't think have any fucking idea what they're talking about, okay? Please don't say stupid, retarded shit if you have no fucking idea what you're talking about, okay? Okay, so it's possible then that United Airlines, did not know before boarding everybody that they they might not have known that they needed to board 4 employees, that they had 4 must-fly employees. Okay, so here are a couple issues. So what could United Airlines have done better? Okay, so United Airlines maybe could have offered more money. Now, legally, from what I've read so far, they only had to offer up to $800. Apparently, they only legally have to offer up to 4 times the compensation of the particular leg that they're on. So maybe they could have offered more. In hindsight, I guess you could say that that's what they should have done. They didn't know that they would have a screaming infant on their plane, so maybe they should have offered more to appease him. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. If you're saying $1,300, which I believe is the max instead of the 4 times figure that I cited, can you please source it in chat right now? Hold on, because I'm banning all of these people. If you contradict something that I say right now, we're not playing the fucking hearsay game, okay? And I don't want to hear your random, uneducated fucking guesses on anything, okay? So if you say something that contradicts me in chat, okay, you need to source it, all right? We're not playing the random meme game. I don't care what you saw. I don't care whatever. So from what I've read was that you're illegally compensated up to $1,300 or 4 times the cost of the flight if you're inconvenienced by, I think, 2+ hours or whatever. It's 4 times to take it up to, or 50. There's an extra 50 because of inflation or whatever. It's 4 times the fucked up amount to $1,350, or whichever is lower. $1,350 is the lower amount. Okay, so what Lolly said has been what I've seen, okay? I'm like super low tolerance on this right now because I'm like super fucking triggered on the fucking autism that I've seen today. I'll unban this guy because I've seen you talk a lot. Oh, okay, here, hold on. We have an actual article, okay? Okay, if the delay is more than 2 hours, or if the airline doesn't make alternative travel arrangements, your compensation doubles again. If the airline doesn't rebook you or books you on another flight that gets into your domestic destination 2 hours after your original arrival time, you are entitled to 400% of your one-way fare up to $1,300. Now, I don't know how old this article is, but I believe that it's $1,350 now, and because it'll go up in increments or whatever based on inflation. This is 2 years old, so apparently it's $1,350 now. I don't know why you're linking me a fucking YouTube video as a source, dog. I'm not watching a 16-minute... Oh, hold on, never mind. Now you get banned again for being fucking autistic. Don't link me a 17-minute YouTube video and tell me that that's your source, okay? Holy fucking autism. So, what could United Airlines have done differently, okay? Maybe they could have offered more money. I don't know if they have to. I don't think anybody truly knows right now if legally United Airlines... had the right to kick him off. I've seen some people guessing in both ways. If I had to guess, I would say that they probably had a right to remove him because it's their fucking plane, and because you're traveling as a privilege on their plane, you purchased a contract to travel, they could probably remove you. We have a right to refuse service typically in the United States. They probably can remove you from the plane at any point in time for any fucking reason that they want, as long as they don't state that it's like racially motivated or anything, right? They probably could have removed you for any reason, right? But so let's assume that this is true, okay? So in United Airlines' position, right, something has to happen. They have to get 4 people off this flight because they have 4 people that have to fly on to the next destination, right? This is not an option. They cannot possibly, hold on 1 second. If you say something really retarded, I'm banning you, okay? If you say something super, super, super retarded, I'm banning you. I'm not in the mood for retarded shit right now. I said 1,300 max. But what you said wasn't relevant. I'll unban you, but if you say something retarded again, I'm permanently banning you, okay? I'm really, really, really low tolerance for bullshit right now. Okay, so more than likely, they had the ability to remove you off the plane. They have to get 4 people flying to the next destination, right? They have to get their employees flying to the next destination, okay? There is no option. There is no world where these 4 employees don't fly to the next destination, right? Everybody understands that, right? That there is no way that these 4 employees are not getting to the destination, right? So apparently, since nobody volunteered, they picked 4 people and took them off the flight, okay? So at this point, we have left the United Airlines realm, and now we're in the realm of, we have the man on the plane, and we have the Chicago Police Force security personnel or whatever at, is it O'Hare? I don't know where they were flying. It said Chicago, right? So rational actors, okay? Rational actors. Why do you not put blame on United for not putting those must-fly employees on the plane that wasn't overbooked? I'm guessing that this was the plane that they had to be on, okay? So again, I'm gonna make an assumption that United probably doesn't want to fuck passengers over for no reason. Maybe you're part of the Reddit circle jerk. Maybe you're 17 years old and you think that every company just wants to destroy your life for no fucking reason. I don't know you. It's entirely possible, but I would assume that more than likely that was probably the plane that those employees needed to be on. That would be my guess, to make sure that they were at the next airport in time for whatever they needed to be there for. So again, I don't admit, or I'm not saying that United Airlines is completely without fault. Obviously that was a fuck up. I don't know if this was an unforeseeable circumstance or not. None of you guys do, but of course we all want to take the side of the Reddit circle jerk, and we're going to assume that United Airlines fucked up in every single conceivable way. Maybe it's possible that United Airlines knew about this in advance and really fucked up, but again, I'm not sure. Except the 1300 max was relevant, wait, what? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. What's up?
Are you sure that fixture never fell over? This bulb is busted.
It shouldn't have. Even if it did down here. Unless we hit it like bringing it downstairs or bringing it upstairs maybe. Click. Oh man, I should have just made a YouTube video on this instead of trying.
I'm really sad.
I love videos that autoplay fucking.
Always watched my 3 small dogs when I was out of town.
Okay, should I ban links in chat right now? I don't know why I don't know what you linked me this article for, Mike Spam. I don't understand why this article is being linked to me. Every passenger who buys a ticket on a United flight or a flight on any of United's partners or competitors in the United States will be assigned a seat at no additional charge. I'm guessing if their flight gets bumped. God, this shit fucking site. All right, we're done linking websites. All right, we're done linking websites. Holy fucking shit. Oh, I can't do it. So, Destiny, United should probably have acted in a different way. For example, offering more money. They probably shouldn't have put passengers on a board for an overbooked flight. The police should have acted according to their own standard operating. UA probably should have... Okay, but the problem is that, like, people keep saying this, like, well, maybe UA shouldn't have fucked up in the first place, but there was a problem, right? Ah, fuck, dude. I shouldn't have talked about this on stream. There's too much fucking autism. Okay, let me give you the adult conversation. Okay, let me give you a piece of pro-life advice. Okay, if you are on a plane and a federal fucking officer or somebody from the airport security comes out and tells you to get off the plane, okay, have you ever seen a video or ever heard of a situation in your entire fucking life where a person with legal authority comes onto a plane and tells you to get off, where a person fights that person and stays on the plane? That will never, ever, 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 ever happen, okay? And if you act differently, you're a fucking idiot, okay? Every single time, you will lose that fight 10 out of 10 times, okay? If somebody comes onto a plane to pull you off the plane, okay? Obviously, Chicago thought that United had legal authority over their plane, okay? They thought that they had the legal authority to pull the person off. You have one option, and that is to get the fuck off the plane, period, okay? Any other route, assuming you are a rational actor, will always lead to a worsening of a scenario. Period. End of discussion. There is no world, there is no universe, there is no timeline where fighting with an officer on an airplane gets you your way. Period. Ever. It never, ever, 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 ever happens. Okay? This is like the main thing that I want to focus on, okay? This is the main reason why I fucking hate customer service, why I hate dealing with idiotic fucking customers, is because they pick the dumbest fucking fights and the dumbest times to fight with people when they don't realize that there is no possible way that they will ever come out of that situation. Period. Okay? Any reasonable person should know this. If I'm on an airplane and a fucking federal officer or somebody of the airport security comes and tells me to get the fuck off the plane, and let's say I really don't want to, or I think this is bullshit, then you get off the plane and you fight at the gate, or you call in, you do some other bullshit, and that's how any reasonable adult will act. End of discussion. Like, that's it. Destiny, it's debatable whether they had the legal right to move. It doesn't matter. Even if it later comes out that they didn't have the right to remove the guy, that is not a fight that you take on the fucking plane. Do you understand? That is not a fight that you take on the plane. Aren't these the same people who say to comply with police officers instead of resist? Yeah, sure. And even at that, even if police officers are wrong, you should always comply, because there is no point. Destiny, they should not have tried to hurt the dude. Okay, people keep saying they shouldn't have tried to hurt the guy, okay? So United has told Chicago to come to the plane and take the person, hold on one second. And take the person off the plane. So the Chicago aviation officers or whatever have been told by an entity that they need to remove somebody from the plane. What are they supposed to do at that point? They told him to get off nicely. He didn't get off the fucking plane. Then you remove them forcibly, right? What else do you do at that point? Okay, okay, so, Destiny, are you saying that the doctor should just leave and maybe let his patients die? Okay, there's a few things coming here, okay? Firstly, if you have fucking patients, okay, that you need to deal with the next fucking day and you're out of the country relying on a flight, you should probably just lose your medical license and maybe consider killing yourself, okay? Because why would you leave the life of a person up to the chance that you will make a flight to get home? There is a million different ways that you can miss that flight. What if the flight is delayed? What if there's a problem with the airplane and it needs maintenance or something and the flight is out of order, right? And the flight gets canceled. What if you're driving to the airport and you get in a car accident? What if a taxi is driving you to the airport and he gets in a car accident? What if there is an unforeseeable weather circumstances that slows down your airplane at another airport that makes it so that your plane doesn't arrive and you're not able to get there? This idea that because he's a doctor and he has patients is so fucking stupid. Not only is it fucking stupid because there's a million different ways you can miss the plane, and every single motherfucker that's ever traveled, shut the fuck. If you don't travel planes often, just shut the fuck up. If you're some fucking 17-year-old kid who's never gone in a fucking plane in your life, don't talk in my chat. Don't talk about these things because you're fucking retarded, okay? Everybody knows that you can miss a flight for a million different fucking reasons, okay? There's a million reasons why a flight can be missed, and anybody that's traveled more than 2 times to a family fucking vacation at Disney World knows this, okay? There are a million reasons why a flight can be missed, why a connection can be missed, why a flight can be delayed, causing you to miss a connection, why a flight in another airport can be delayed that causes your plane to get there later, right? There's a million reasons to miss a plane. This idea that he's a doctor and he's got patients needing him tomorrow is literally the dumbest fucking shit I have ever heard in my entire fucking life. It is so wrong and so stupid to think that he had, first of all, if he has life-threatening patients that are within the door of death that they need to see him tomorrow, why can't he at least buy an economy plus ticket to avoid getting bumped? Why not buy a business class ticket? Why not just get the next level up that would probably guarantee you to never get bumped in your entire life on a plane, okay? So this is why I say that if you see somebody talking about how he was a doctor, you can safely ignore anything this person has to say, because 1, they don't know how air travel works. This is somebody that's probably only traveled with their mom and dad to go and fly to Disneyland or something, or 2, it's just somebody who has no fucking concept of personal responsibility or what you should do, like if you're trying to travel someplace, okay? You do not rely on a plane 100% to get you there, like, the next fucking day. Stop talking about the doctor part, only dumb fucks use this part, moves on to the actual. Oh yeah, but this is like, a lot of people are focusing on this part, okay? The second thing that really fucking bothers me, is people keep saying that United Airlines beat up a doctor or whatever, right? It wasn't United Airlines that did it. It was, I haven't seen any Reddit posts that are rustled as fuck about the Chicago aviation people. Like, Destiny, but they call the police department, which means they're semi-responsible for their actions. Are you actually fucking retarded? I can't even tell. If you own a restaurant and somebody comes onto your property and you call the police, you're not responsible for anything that happens past that point. I can't even tell. Does that warrant? Do you think that comment was stupid enough to warrant a fucking ban? Do you think? I can't even tell. Like, do people actually believe this shit? Do you think that if you call a police officer, that you're liable for what he does? Why was all of the outrage directed at United and none of the outrage directed at the Chicago aviation people and none of the outrage directed at the fucking Asian dipshit that wouldn't get off the fucking plane, the doctor dude? Why would you sit there and scream and cry? Like, what are you even hoping to accomplish at this point? Like, this is a shitty situation all around. Why can't we say both parties are wrong? Because nobody's acting like all parties are wrong. People are acting like, this is like, when I came onto the internet, this is what it sounded like to me, okay? Basically, some poor 70-year-old Asian man who was the brightest doctor in all of China, who had 450 patients who were waiting for him to get back to their homeland to treat them for life-threatening illnesses that he was the only one that could solve, got onto a plane using his walker in a very slow and decrepit manner. And once he was seated, the Führer, the very sexy, powerful 32-year-old airplane pilot, walked to the back, pointed to him, screamed a racial slur at him, and said, "You get the fuck off the plane right now. I am part of the Führer airplane services." And then the old man was like, "Yes, I understand. I will act responsibly to get off the plane." And before he could even get up, he summoned the police force from the fucking airport to come out with batons and guns and pepper spray and to beat the shit out of the dude in the fucking airplane as hard as they could. And then, suffering multiple broken bones, they took him out and they said that they were going to torture him and murder him until his heart exploded. And he crawled back onto the plane, screaming for life, reaching out desperately for help. And then the police came and dragged him back off and then took him into a black room and murdered him. This is what I thought. This was the impression that I was given upon reading the, holy shit. Didn't United Airlines force the Chicago member to be in the position of having to remove? Sure, they asked them to remove somebody from the plane. At that point, listen, whether or not, I'm only giving you this advice, maybe so that you don't get your ass beat in the future, okay? Maybe this is just a piece of life advice for you guys, okay? Because a lot of fucking people on Reddit have no fucking idea what the fuck they're talking about. Destiny, you are wrong. Let me put it to you this way. If you are on an airplane and somebody has legal authority to exercise legal authority, okay, and they tell you to get the fuck off, there is only one way that encounter is ever going to end, okay? And that is with you getting off the plane, period. No educated person, I don't give a fuck if you're a fucking lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're a police officer, if you're the president of the fucking United States, is going to disagree with that statement. You will not find any educated person or anybody that travels for any appreciable amount of time. Apple is in chat, esports Batman that will even counter jerk me sometimes. Nobody in chat that travels as part of their profession. Nobody will ever tell you, oh yeah, if a federal agent comes onto a plane and tells you to get off, well, maybe you could fight with the guy at your seat and maybe they'll let you stay. You will never, ever, ever, ever hear that, okay? So at that point, at the point when the federal officer comes on and tells the guy to get off the plane, the Asian doctor dude, just like the other 3 people on the plane, should have hopped the fuck off the plane and then fought at the gate, called United, called whoever did the booking, whatever the fuck he had to do, threatened to take him to court for civil bullshit, right? To do all of that shit, right? He should have done something at the gate, but to sit there in the plane, to throw a fucking temper tantrum, to act like he was being dragged into some Nazi fucking shower, okay? Although apparently that wouldn't have been a big deal because Spicer doesn't think anybody got gas in those. For him to sit there and fuck every other passenger's day up, to fuck all the employee days up, to fuck all of the officers' days up, to fuck everybody's life up because he was gonna throw a fucking temper tantrum, even though there was no way he was ever staying up on that plane, was the dumbest fucking thing that I saw of anybody that fucking acted here, period, right? You act like a fucking adult, okay? Bad shit happens sometimes. Dumb shit happens sometimes. This is the difference between being an adult and being a fucking piece of shit that works 40 hours a week and collects a paycheck and thinks they're an adult, okay? Sometimes bad shit happens. Learn to fucking deal with it, okay? You got pulled off a fucking plane. Man, that fucking sucks, okay? Was it wrongfully done? Wow, that sucks even more. But don't make everybody else's day suck because you're not capable of dealing with your fucking life. Get a caretaker. Get a fucking legal guardian. Get somebody with power of attorney over you, or fucking gas yourself out to go to fucking sleep and be transported via cargo, okay? Holy shit, don't sit there and throw a massive fucking temper tantrum that's only gonna make everybody, including yourself, worse off, and then come out of the plane expecting to be like in a better scenario. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Unfucking believable. Just to play devil's advocate here, what if the doctor guy actually had to get to an appointment to give medical aid to some patient? Could that excuse him panicking over getting removed from the plane? Wow, man, I hope that patient knows that his doctor couldn't even buy an economy plus ticket to guarantee him to get to his fucking destination. Not only that, he was leaving his patient's life up to the chance that there would be no flight delays, even though Delta had just rebooked thousands of fucking planes because of an error in their booking system, and that there wouldn't be any delays in any other airports, no attempted terrorist attack, because apparently those are happening all over the fucking world at every 2 seconds, right? Maybe it was an emergency. What if you got a call saying your kid was in the hospital dying? Would you just walk off the plane and not fight for your seat? I would buy at least an economy plus ticket if I thought my kid was dying in a fucking hospital. I wouldn't leave it to fucking chance. United could have offered a few hundred more and had people jump off the plane happily. Really? Holy shit. John Doe, can you send me an email, dude? Because I'm trying to buy some fucking lottery tickets. And if you're able to fucking read into the future and read people's minds, I think that we can make a lot of money together, my dude. I've never met anybody before that could so happily tell exactly what would happen given a hypothetical scenario. That's like an amazing fucking talent. Like, you shouldn't be in my chat room. You should be working for the government or for some private or for some investment firm or some shit. You could beat all the robots, all the high frequency traders. You could be the dude from Limitless. If you can really read people's minds, that's amazing, dude. Like, Holy shit, I didn't even know that you would know that. Even though they offered $800 and they couldn't get a single fucking taker, you're saying if they would have offered a few $100s more, they could have gotten people to magically jump at it? That's amazing that you can read people's minds like that, dude. That's awesome. Holy shit. We have all types of people in my chat, and I really like that. I really enjoy that. So if you actually know that, that's really sick. I haven't actually met a, what do they call them? Not a psychic. There's a name for the people that can read people's minds. This is just hearsay, but I heard that a person on the plane said something to the effect of, I'll volunteer for $1,600 and the United employees up. Why would they give us $1,600? That's past the legal limit. Why the fuck would United offer more than that? I mean, obviously in hindsight they should have, but I mean, we can't all be future readers like John Doe or whatever, you know? Destiny, I can show you that United didn't have legal authority to remove them. They violated their own terms of service. I have links to terms that can explain. Discord me, please. Link me your lawyers. Fucking show me you passed a bar exam or some shit. You're not some random fucking retard reading through the legalese. Like, fuck off, dude. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? I'm gonna side with the people on the airplane. It's possible, but keep in mind that, keep in mind that even if they didn't have the legal authority to remove him, the Asian dude fucked his own fate up past that point. He made everything worse 1,000,000 fucking times over, okay? 1,000,000 fucking times over. He made everybody's situation worse on that plane. And the other 3 people that got taken off, for some reason, didn't have the same problems. Destiny, the copyright lawyer on YouTube went through the legal stuff and he said it was United's fault. He said that they might have been at fault, which is a very big distinction because I listened to the video. Get fucked, shitter. You just got unbanned too. Whew, how bad does that feel? Put it this way, if you think, X skills me, the cold hard capitalist will back me up here. Thank God, X skills me, we're back on the same team again. If you think your contractor hasn't held up his end of the deal, you don't get to chill in his house, there's recourse. That shit needs to be handled by the courts, not trespassing. Sure. Even if they didn't have the right to remove you, even if United Airlines, even if United Airlines is 100%, let me put it to you this way, okay? I know that I'm right on this. I guarantee you that I'm right on this. And I will bet every dollar I own, okay? You can go and find me a lawyer that specializes in this. That you could have a lawyer, okay? You could have a lawyer and his whole life has been spent doing litigation related to air travel. That was his whole life. He is the leading litigator in the world, in the universe. He actually litigates intergalactic travel. He knows that much, okay? He is on the plane, and the United people come up to that guy, and they say, we're taking you off the plane, and we're even doing it illegally. And he knows every single thing about the flight, and he knows that they're acting illegally. Do you think that that guy would go, you know what, dude? I know you're acting illegally, so I'm gonna MMA every single fucking officer that comes on this plane to remove me? Or do you think he's going to get off the plane and address his grievances at a later point in time? What do you think is going to happen? Why do you so vehemently defend this shit? It's not that I'm defending it. I just hate to see people act like irresponsible, over-entitled little fucking children, and then everybody rise up to defend them, because you are every single fucking person that I ever had to deal with working customer service, and it's why I fucking hated working those jobs, because sometimes shit gets fucked. Sometimes shit goes wrong, and sometimes you even make a mistake. Sometimes in the restaurants, sometimes somebody's meal gets fucked up. Sometimes a meal gets misplaced. Maybe it gets sent out to the wrong fucking table. Maybe a chef forgot to put your steak on. Maybe they didn't ring you up on your fucking order and your food isn't on the ticket, right? Shit happens sometimes. And there are customers that realize that shit has happened. You know what? And sometimes, you know what? They go, oh, you fucked up? It's cool, dude. Like, yo, dude, throw me on a free piece of dessert. Or maybe, you know, like, give me half off the fucking meal, okay? Some shit like that. And you know what? They're cool to deal with. You fucked up, it's okay. They're chill. You can be chill. You're gonna get their food out as quick as you can. You give them a free fucking dessert. You compound their food, whatever. Because dealing with people like that is amazing, okay? And then there are the other 95% of people who, when shit goes wrong, how many customer service jobs have you done? I worked at McDonald's for a year and I supervised a restaurant and a casino for 3, okay? That's my customer service background, okay? There are the other 95% of customers who, when shit goes wrong, they are going to destroy every single person's day around them. They're gonna sit at the front of the line, okay? They're gonna take their fucking clothes off and scream and smear shit all over the fucking counter. They're gonna scream at every other restaurant or every other person in the restaurant. They're gonna shit fling all over everybody until they get their way, until somebody comes up and gives them $1 million in free food, addresses all their grievances, rubs their feet, sucks their fucking dick, massages their back, whatever they have to do to make this person like feel calm and collected. And like, these are the worst kind of people in the world to deal with. Nobody likes them. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be your friend. Nobody wants to go anywhere with you. Nobody wants to deal with you. These are the worst type of people in the world to deal with. It's embarrassing to see adults act like this in human society. I am embarrassed when I see it happen, okay? When I see an adult man scream and cry, oh, they're killing me, get me, oh! Like, dude, get the fuck off the plane and deal with your fucking shit. Be a fucking adult. Grow the fuck up. You're not fighting. You're not fighting here. You're not winning. Unless you're Jason Stallone or some shit, or you're ready to go hand to hand, and you're gonna beat the shit out of every officer that comes on the plane, and then hijack it and fly the fuck out of the gate, okay? You're not going on this plane. So get the fuck off the flight and deal with your problems like a fucking adult. Don't be a 4-year-old little crying baby bitch. I say 4 years old because Nathan is 6, and I hope that even he wouldn't act this way in this scenario. Like, Jesus Christ, grow the fuck up. This is the dumbest fucking shit I've heard, Destiny. I know. That's because when somebody does you wrong, you think that the best way to deal with problems in life is to sit there and cry for his... And I don't expect to be in the majority on this. I understand this because I've dealt with enough of you guys working these kinds of jobs to know how fucking insufferable the average person is when something goes wrong. But believe it or not, nobody has... And I know this is impossible for 95% of you people whose moms and dads paid for you to go through all the fucking college, who've never had a job in your life that pays less than $60,000, working a fucking desk your whole life, okay? Believe it or not, okay? Believe it or not. I know this is hard to believe, but when shit gets fucked up, it actually fucks with everybody. The employees didn't want your shit to get fucked up. The people that are serving and helping you didn't want your shit to get fucked up. The managers that are dealing with the situation didn't want your shit to get fucked up. Literally, nobody here wants shit to go wrong, okay? And when shit gets fucked up, usually people will try to be understanding and will usually try to accommodate you as best that they can, okay? This idea that, like, United Airlines was intentionally going out of their way to fuck this dude's life up because they hate Asian people or hate doctors or hate children or hate humanity or whatever is just the most autistic fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Holy shit. Stopping the practice of overbooking would help a lot. If you don't like overbooking, then go buy an expensive ticket. If you don't want to get overbooked, buy an economy plus ticket. What's that? It's too expensive? Then shut the fuck up and enjoy the lower fare that you get to pay because overbooking is a thing and just go on your fucking way. Or you could go to one of the airlines. I think JetBlue and maybe Southwest, I don't think oversell their flights ever. Go buy a more expensive ticket from an airline that doesn't overbook their fucking flights. Like... Destiny, you wouldn't accept a fuck up like this if it came from the government? What? How is that even relevant? I've been bumped on flights before. I live in Omaha, Nebraska. I tried to fly out of here once for an event during the College World Series and my flight got bumped. You know what I did? That when I went up to the gate and I went to sign in, they said, I'm sorry, but this flight is, overbooked and, you're the ticket that got bumped. We can give you a $500 travel voucher. There's another plane that leaves in 4 hours. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Sure, why not? You know why? Because I'm not a fucking child. Because shit happens and shit. Destiny's argument is literally to not be poor. Yeah, that's it, dude. Destiny, even though I agree with you, it's not all that clear whether the passenger didn't or did escalate the situation himself. This is what I'm gonna guess happened. They went onto the plane, they said, you need to get the fuck off, and he said, oh no. They said, you really need to get up? He's like, oh no, you gotta get the fuck off the plane. He's like, oh, and then they probably started to forcibly remove him from the plane. I could be wrong. Maybe fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger was the guy that came onto the plane and he immediately ran to the Asian dude and punched him in the face as hard as he could to pull him up. Maybe that's what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they probably asked him to get off first and he said he didn't want to. That's just a guess. Now, maybe it was an action hero that ran headfirst into the plane to immediately beat the shit out of the first Asian dude that he saw, but I'm gonna guess that that's probably not what happened. No, Destiny, they didn't force him to move him. They fucking beat him up. Okay, Dumpster Dingo Deluxe. Link me a video of them beating up. I want to see a video of them beating this guy up. Go ahead and link. Go ahead and link. Don't joke that your way to this. Link video of them beating him up. Destiny, is there any evidence? The only thing I've seen is them trying to drag him out of his seat. That's the only thing that I've seen. You haven't seen the video? I've seen a video of him getting dragged out of his seat and shouting. That's the only video I've seen. I want to see a video of the guy getting beaten up. We both know the only vid of himself bleeding out his fucking nose. I bet he didn't punch himself in the face. You think they punched him in the face? That's the only possible way for you to get a nosebleed? Bam! Get fuck shitter. Annihilated.
Welcome to the 15 months and paid dick ride club.
You just got ejected. You just got ejected forcibly from chat. And I bet your contract, your carry age didn't even say that I could do that. What are you gonna do, mate? Apples, you're not even on Discord, motherfucker. Destiny, is there any situation that would warrant peacefully protesting being removed from a plane? No! Why? Why would you do that? Destiny, this isn't a nosebleed. I never said it was a nosebleed, did I? It looked like he got his lip busted or maybe something in his mouth. I don't know.
Just kill me.
This dude is fucking crazy.
Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. Can you go home? Kill me. Just kill me. Just kill
I
me.
hope this
Just
chat
kill
isn't
me.
overbooked, Carrot.
Holy shit. All right, what's up, my dude? Wait, hello? Oh, yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
So there are a couple things. Like, everyone's saying that you should just basically ignore everyone who says that he should be, you know, he should have priority on his flight because he's a fucking doctor or whatever.
Yeah,
Just-
I already
just
established that. It's
don't
fucking
deal with those
retarded.
arguments.
Okay, sure. Though a lot of people are using this argument, but sure.
So my main problem here is that this wasn't really a technical overbooking issue pursuant to their contract with carriers because there weren't more revenue passengers. That's when an overbooking comes.
So the big meme that I've seen for what people are arguing is one, whether or not this truly counts as an overbooking, or two, whether or not the fact that he had boarded the plane makes a difference on whether or not they're allowed to.
Those things are connected because whether or not he's actually boarded is directly connected to sort of their overbooking procedures that are laid out in their contract with carriers, right? So essentially you can forcibly or involuntarily deny boarding to someone in an overbooking scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone was overbooked, meaning that there were more revenue passengers than there were seats on a flight, then you could deny him boarding at the gate. But once he's already boarded, it's not clear how that actually operates because you're already boarded. You can't be denied boarding once you know, like post fact. You're already on the plane.
Well, maybe, but I mean, there are reasons why you can be removed from the plane, although he didn't fit any of like the legal or whatever. But like,
that's why I don't understand why United kept, you know, going along with that line of argument, because they're just like, they have broad discretion to kick people off.
Yeah, which is kind of which is like the larger
reasons.
point, right? Like, it's a private plane, they own the plane. I'm
So
fairly
why-
sure that they could probably remove you at any point in time for any reason if they really want to, considering it's their plane. Obviously, they would have to reimburse you for the cost of the ticket.
Why are you like falling on that sword with the whole overbooking thing? And then like the CEO came out with, you know, his statement yesterday, and then he came out again today after, you know, United lost $250 million and, you know, was very apologetic.
Are you talking about the stock meme?
Yeah.
The stock will be back tomorrow. This is just retarded emotional babies trading for like 2 seconds. I guarantee you that stock price is bouncing up in like a day or two. But no, I'd like from a PR point of view. From a PR point of view, he obviously he fucked up. I don't deny that.
Yeah, I mean, every time we have a conversation where like optics matters, right? Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Well, it's the only thing that fucking matters.
It's ridiculously stupid for him to come out and make a statement, like, regardless of how true it is. It was ridiculously stupid for him to come out.
The problem that I have with the first thing is that I didn't actually read. Did you read the article where they said he doubled down?
No, I read the full letter.
Oh, do you have a link to that? I would be curious to see that, because I saw the CNBC shit tier fucking article where they quoted like 2 lines from it, but I didn't see the actual full article.
Let me try to find it.
You agree that there's no sane world where you sit on a plane and fight with a fucking like gate agent, right?
No.
When somebody comes on with authority to remove you from their property, like there's no way that your situation is ever improving.
No, I'm not like.
Oh, Harkton is pointing out in chat, I don't know the legal terms. Harkton is saying that boarding isn't complete until the door is shut and the pilot has paperwork and checks done. The doors were not shut equals not boarded yet. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, but that wasn't a defined term in their contract of carriage. Like, they explicit, like, any good lawyer would tell you, you define a term in order to set a definition. You can't just rely on
sure, but isn't part of the legalese the fact that those definitions are kept intentionally vague sometimes to give them more wiggle room for activities?
Yeah, but they were never defined periods. So like,
oh sure.
I mean, I would think you would want to be intentionally precise so that you would be able to explicitly point to a provision, but I don't know. I have like an excerpt of this letter, so it's possible I didn't read the whole thing.
I guess the big thing that really irritated me was all of the false narratives that have come out from this. One, a lot of people are blaming United for the guy getting bloodied up, which is completely unfair and totally unfounded, right? Like, they had nothing to do with the way the Chicago aviation people treated the guy. Yeah. Whether or not he got bloodied up from that has absolutely fuck all to do with United, right? And that seems to be a really big point of contention because nobody's talking about the other 3 people that got kicked from the flight. Nobody seems to bring them up or give a fuck. Like, everybody's trying to make it sound like the pilot himself literally rolled his sleeves up to go back and beat the shit out of some Asian dude in the back, some poor doctor helping sick kids starving in Malaysia. Like...
So I just sent you the
oh, somebody linked. Yeah, hold on.
What they initially said last night was, hey,
I hate these
here
auto-playing fucking videos. God damn. All right. Like you always have to see here about what happened last night. Well, the facts are involving, especially with what he did. To give you a clear picture, I've included below a recap of yeah, I mean, I don't see anything like doubling down in this. I mean, like, I don't know, like, what does he say here that you think was like really fucked?
Oh, I didn't actually copy the bullet points that are further down. He says like, we stopped volunteers and followed our involuntary denial of boarding process. And when we approached one of those passengers to explain apologetically that he was being denied boarding, he raised his voice and refused to comply with crew member instructions. He was then approached a few more times, and each time he refused, he became more and more disruptive and belligerent. So, I mean, yes, these are all factually true, I'm assuming. I don't actually know if they are, but I would assume that, if a guy is, being denied boarding, he may become belligerent and upset. But from an optics perspective, it just looks like you're victim blaming, basically, which is terrible from a PR perspective.
But I mean, like, how do you act from a company at that point? Like, anytime somebody starts to throw a temper tantrum, you give in and you go find some, there's no other way. Like, the problem I have is that there's no other way that this could have ended. Like, if he starts throwing a temper tantrum and they're like, okay, well, we got to remove somebody else. Like, what if then you're the one that's picked at that point? Like, well, hold on, wait, I have to get off the flight because this dude threw a temper tantrum? Well, no, I'm going to sit here and throw a temper tantrum out. Like, wait, like, how do you even, like, what do you do at that point,
No, I'm not talking about the actual process. I'm talking about his response to the whole thing. Yeah, that guy should have been the guy who was removed, because I'm assuming they followed through with their, they have a documented process on their contract with carriers that says how people are removed based off of, if they have status, if they bought a premium seat, et cetera, et cetera. So all that stuff seems reasonable to me. It's just like, you don't need to justify your actions in the way you did. Like, it just doesn't seem to really.
Harkton is copy pasting something in chat. I don't know if this is like legally true or not. He said, in transportation context, boarding is a period with legal significance that ends when the passengers are seated and the cabin door is closed. The end of boarding marks the time when the pilot takes responsibility for the vessel and the ground crew relinquishes responsibility. It isn't determined by when the individual is in the process of getting on the plane. The argument that the flight was boarded is both true and false. Boarding started but was not finished. I don't know how legally true. I don't know what he's copy pasting from, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about that either, honestly.
And it seems like most of the people I've seen commenting on this aren't like don't specialize in like aviation law.
No, because like no one does.
Well, somebody's gonna have to for this court case,
I assume
right?
it's probably in like the CFR, like there's got to be some provision in there somewhere.
Destiny, when a company fucked you, you called them and made a video and argued for hours. Is that being an adult? Okay, firstly, notice that I didn't fuck anybody else's day up when I did that, except for the people that did it. And secondly, those people like literally fucked me in a way that like they didn't perform the service that I paid them to do, okay? I have been on flights before. I have purchased flights on I purchased tickets on airlines before, and my flight has been bumped before. That happens, okay? But I don't believe that these people are acting in bad faith or are being grossly negligent, okay? Like, it's different when it's me. Hold on. If you don't, hold on one sec, I'm getting this. If you don't see the difference in the situation, like, you're literally fucking retarded. I paid a company to pick me a ticket, okay? I literally paid a company to buy me a ticket, and they didn't do anything. They didn't do their fucking job. So of course I was upset at that point. But that's way different than getting on a flight, and for unforeseen reasons or whatever, they have to kick you from the flight. Those are two totally different things. Are you actually fucking retarded? He paid a company to get his ticket and they didn't offer compensation. Except they did offer compensation. Nope. Don't say something fucking retarded because you're getting banned super fucking quick for it. Also, I wasn't compensated. Nobody offered me money. I lost $2,000 and I ate the cost on it. If they would have at least offered me a refund, I would have fucking ended everything, even though I was grossly inconvenienced. If they would have given me the money back or compensated me for the additional ticket that I purchased, I would have been fine and walked off. The airline was going to offer the guy 4 times the cost of the ticket. Like, how do you think it's even close to comparable? What the fuck?
My wife just had a miscarriage. Tears of joy.
Nice. Destiny, they were gonna get you a ticket. You just didn't want to wait, so you bought a new ticket and assumed you would get the money back. What? No, they didn't buy a ticket at all. Why are you even comparing these if you don't know the difference? Oh, here is my situation with the booking agency, okay? I contacted a booking agency to book me a ticket on a flight, okay? I contacted the agency. I paid them the money to do that. They sent me an email back confirming that they had indeed purchased the flight that I had paid for them to board me on, okay? So I paid them money. They sent me a confirmation email back saying that they had purchased the ticket. When I showed up at the airport, they hadn't bought anything. Okay? It wasn't that they hadn't bought it yet. It wasn't that, you know, there was a miscommunication or something. Fuck off. They literally just didn't do anything. They took my money and they didn't do fuck all. They didn't buy a ticket. They didn't have a confirmed boarding for me or anything. This is a totally different situation. Holy shit. Why didn't you go to court? Because I'm not going to go to international court and fly back to Germany for $2,000. It's not fucking worth it. They just bumped you for the next flight? Except they didn't. If I was bumped on the next flight, it would have been fine. I would have just hung out in the airport for 12 hours or whatever. It seems a little too much to expect him to be civil, except people get bumped from flights all the fucking time. Firstly, and secondly, the 3 other people that got bumped from that flight were civil. What's up, buddy? You gotta admit, physical violence is what makes this a big deal. If you are resisting lawful orders, it will always escalate to physical violence. Do you not understand that? You understand that, right, Apple is? If an officer is giving you physical commands and you are resisting or denying or resisting, right? You're not listening, right? It's always going to escalate to something physical, unless they have a taser, I guess.
So really quickly, everyone complaining about airlines overbooking, like, just stop, because they're the reason why plane tickets are like you wouldn't be happy if they stopped overbooking and you're paying $200 more per ticket. Like, bottom line,
it probably wouldn't be that significant, but yeah, no, I mean the prices are cheaper.
I mean, you're the people that are driving the cost. I mean, they are doing this essentially to minimize costs, which theoretically get passed down to the consumer. But the issue here, really, again, from my perspective, is whether or not they actually because they seem so relying on the whole overbooking justification. And that goes into, you know, the CFR and the regulations that govern air travel. So if this flight wasn't actually overbooked, which it doesn't look like it was, then I don't know. It seems like they kind of fucked themselves by putting themselves in that corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, like, I don't know what they could have done at that point, except for, I think that in this circumstance, I guess it comes down to how that boarding is defined, or whether or not it matters if it's a... The way that I read some people explaining this is that when they have airline personnel that need to travel, if they're must-flies, what they do is they buy them confirmed tickets, if that makes sense, so that then they can kind of bump them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they bought them confirmed tickets...
Well, kind of like as like a paperwork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I was trying to save my ass legally, anytime I had must-flies, I would just, you know, run them through the system to buy them economy plus tickets or something. And then every time they come on, it would be trivial to bump somebody at that point, you know?
Right. I don't know if they actually did that. That's the issue. Because if that was the case, then this would be an oversold flight. And there wouldn't be an issue with going through the full procedures. But from what I read, I read some articles that said that this flight was not overbooked. It didn't fall into the definition of
well, yeah, but again, I can't tell because there's so many like non-lawyers injecting like all of their opinions into it, and then people that aren't even necessarily qualified to inject. So like the actual definitions become pretty important at that point, you know?
Yeah, I mean the facts aren't even out yet either. So
yeah, but that really hasn't stopped everybody from. And then people are even going like further and saying that like Twitter is deleting tweets about it and shit. Like, oh my fucking god.
No.
What, you started talking and then you got cut off. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
So they were complaining on Reddit about like mods deleting videos.
Yeah.
And then the CEO comes back and he puts out that statement like defending his employees. It's like, really? You think like United is paying Reddit mods to delete threads when like the guy's like backing his employees anyway? I don't know, man.
Yeah, whereas VG, I bet he's tweeting I bet he's on the opposite side of this. Let's see what old VGA is up. I guarantee you he's taking the side of the Asian dude. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey Delta, I was really upset when your Wi-Fi was down last night, but thanks for not beating me up and dragging me off a plane unconscious.
Wow, he actually pinned that tweet too.
If you can name me an airline recently that beat up a customer, has any airline done this recently? I will donate $1,000 to a legal fund of your choice. Hold on, because I'm tweeting at a lawyer. I'm not fucking myself here, am I?
I don't think that's a binding contract.
Listen, it's not about binding. It's about honor, okay?
Well, that's also tax deductible, so, you know. It's just advanced tax planning, man.
Okay, never mind. We won't go that hard. Disingenuous. What's the name of the Chicago aviation people?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, dude. Chicago.
It is, where is it?
I got it. Chicago Aviation Security. The Chi-Town Air Cops.
Yeah, you feeling better, man?
No, not really. I hate dealing with people, dude. I'm so glad I don't have a customer service job anymore.
I mean, you kind of do.
Except I can ban people that pay me money and shit and not feel bad about it. So I'll take. I have the option to take the dollar loss.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if you're working with a company and you're getting fucked by a customer, you're forced to get fucked by
You
the
also
customer.
don't really charge back or refund your subs when you ban them anyway, right?
Some of them charge
the dollar
back.
loss isn't really there. So, how was your Kansas City trip?
It was okay. I got to swim today. That's why my hair's all messed up. Do you think if the passenger was a black male, do you think that people would have felt the same way? I'm really curious. I'm really curious. I wish I could test this in like an alternate universe. Oh my god, dude, I would love to see the reactions. Oh shit. I can't imagine the stream of didn't do nothings.
Yeah, it would be pretty interesting.
Oh, or if the passenger was wearing a hijab? Oh shit. Oh, Apple is also a race trader. Damn.
Say what?
You're a race trader now. How does that make you feel?
Feels good, man. Feels good.
He's not arguing rationally about this. It's all about feels. You know, anything a cop does is considered sacrosanct. I don't even know what is this word?
Sacrosanct.
Sacrosanct.
There you go.
By people like Destiny. Okay. I'm pretty sure I literally said that even if the cop is in the wrong, which I don't think he was here. United might have been in the wrong, but
Well,
the cop
they
wasn't.
put him on desk duty, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I imagine to anything here. But like, if you're trying to remove somebody from a plane and you believe you've got the authority to do so, it's going to escalate to violence, right? I mean, it has to. I think what upsets people is that the officers used way too much force. Well, like, what? How much is way too much? What does that even mean? Why don't they just trank him? Okay, Photon. Oof, you're a long-time chat poster. Damn, this one's gonna hurt. Photon, can you link me a video of the police officers beating the fuck out of him? Can you go ahead and throw me up a video of that? I'm waiting for it, my dude. Whoa! The officers didn't intentionally knock out the dude, right? Well, apparently, the officers literally came on and WCW'd him through 16 feet through the announcer table.
That's the wrong wrestling federation, buddy.
Whoa, what's wrong with the WCW?
No,
Oh, the meme was WWF?
there you go.
Fuck off, dude.
F to pay respects.
They're supposed to get the guy on his feet with handcuffs and control. How can they get the guy on his feet if the guy's not getting out of the chair? Did you see this video of him being removed? Oh, we got a new video. All right, let's go.
Come on. Come on. There you go. Hey, you busted his lip.
Oh my God! Look at what you did to him!
God.
Oh my God! Oh my
Good work, guys.
God!
Good work. Way to go.
This is horrible.
Before she gets walked along.
Oh my
Yeah, the police grabbed the guy.
goodness!
He's an older doctor. He wouldn't get off the plane.
Oh my.
And
How did he get back on the plane after they got him in custody? I have no idea. I don't have any video footage from outside.
Deja vu.
Yeah, can we talk about Sean Spicer now, mate?
I don't even care about Trump memes anymore, dude. What about him? He made another gaffe.
Well, yeah, you could say that.
Wow.
So, just for context, it's like Passover right now, right?
The what?
It's Passover right now, which is like, you know, a Jewish high holiday.
Oh, Passover. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, the timing was a little unfortunate, not to mention the actual statement.
All right, what are you linking me? Wait, are you linking me something?
I'm not. No. Have you not read up on this?
Didn't he say something about Hitler didn't gas people like Assad does or whatever?
Yeah, even though, yeah, he, you know, used gas to kill millions of Jews.
I mean, if you really believe that
other
happened,
people.
I mean, do you really?
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
Do you really believe that?
I'm a globalist club.
Listen, I watched Ryan Dawson's videos on this, and I very much doubt that the Holocaust actually happened. Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't Hitler Austrian? What? From the land down under? Are you fucking retarded? How would Hitler have even gotten all the way to fucking Europe? And how would you learn? They don't learn German down there. What the fuck?
That's a spicy meme, friend.
You like that? You like that meme? Have you ever read the book Guns, Germs, and Steel? Or heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, you read it or heard of it?
I've like heard it referenced on a bunch of like podcasts I listen to, but I've never actually read it.
Oh, fuck you. It's pretty interesting. I'm working my way through it. It's a good meme, maybe.
Have you listened to the Hardcore History podcast?
No, why? Do they really hate it?
Something like that. No, no. He like references it repeatedly. I think he really likes it.
Oh, gotcha. But one of the big memes that I've seen that the guy is so I guess in some sciences you've got like generalists and specialists, you know? And there are some specialists that take issue with some of the broad strokes that he uses to paint certain things in the book. But I don't know, I've heard that it's an okay meme.
Sure. I don't really read books anymore. Rude.
Damn. All right, well, hey, listen, dude. I love you. It's been fun.
Has it been fun?
Yeah. Keep it real.
Has it really? All right, mate.
Stay safe.
Later. Rip.
All right, I'm gonna go do some shit. Steele said he's got to eat Passover dinner. I didn't know he was actually fucking Jewish. And he said he'll be home in a few hours, so I'll probably be playing PUBG with Steele tonight. I love you guys. But not really. I would hate most of you.
11 11 million people altogether killed in the Holocaust. Spicer tried to explain.
Thanks. I just want to give you the opportunity to clarify something you said that seems to be gaining some traction right now. Quote, Hitler didn't even sink to the level of using chemical weapons. What did you mean by that?
I think when you come to sarin gas, he was not using the gas on his own people the same way that Assad is doing. I mean, there was clearly, I understand your point. Thank you.
Hey Destiny, can you unban me please? If you disagree with what I said, feel free to challenge me to a
Holocaust Center. I understand that. But I'm saying in the way that Assad used them, where he went into towns, dropped them down to innocent, into the middle of towns, it was brought. So the use of it, I appreciate the clarification there. That was not the intent.
The reaction.
Oh no.
Out to make sure that we stay focused on what the president's doing and his decisive action. I needed to make sure that I clarified and not was in any way, shape, or form any more of a distraction from the president's decisive action in Syria and the attempts that he's making to destabilize the region and root out ISIS out of Syria. So,
wait, what? Hold on.
and I came out to make sure that we stay focused on what the president's doing and his decisive action. I needed to make sure that I clarified and not was in any way, shape, or form any more of a distraction from the president's decisive action in Syria and the attempts that he's making to destabilize the region and root out ISIS out of Syria. So
I don't even know. Did he mean to say stabilize the region? Should I do this? I cordially invite Omni Destiny to a live stream to defend his fat shaming comments on my Twitter. What's wrong with fat people, Steve? Should we do it?
Stop.
Did you forget that this is the guy you've talked? No, I know exactly who this is.
It's time to stop!
Streaming live right now, talking
Debate
about
against the
SJWs.
fatties.
Streaming live tonight. Oh, he's not streaming yet. You said earlier you don't think the police department acted inappropriate. I don't know if they acted inappropriately or not. I mean, it never looks good to use force. I don't know what their protocol is for removing a person that's in a seat that doesn't. Maybe they were excessive, maybe not. I don't fucking know. I do know that once you deny or once you start resisting orders, it's going to get physical at that point. And it doesn't look good to anybody, especially if you're some guy that, I don't know.
Unban me now that your autistic screeching is over. Read my last donation over to yourself, love ya. Never forget the Holocaust Center's RIP history.
God, I hated this song and this fucking music video so much. Okay, is there any, wait, you told me that the Sapphire Reserve card has some sick ass fucking shit on it. Tell me about the sick ass shit.
I mean, initially when I signed up, it was $100,000 or 100,000 point.
Yeah, but past the bonus points, you said it's worth keeping it even though it's got an annual fee?
Yeah, because you get $300 in travel benefits or in travel money essentially every calendar year, and how it works with the first year of your card is you pay $450, right? But you get to enjoy the $300 twice.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you say that once more? I totally.
So December 31st, you have $300.
Okay.
When January 1st rolls over, you have $300 more because they do it based on calendar year.
Okay, so I should cancel January 2nd after booking a flight on the 1st?
Something like that. Essentially, it's worth it because you get $600 in travel.
Do I have to book via like the Ultimate Rewards portal?
No. It's all automatic. That's the best part. So like, anything that's coded as travel in a credit card swipe counts.
And will it carry over to the next year or whatever? Like if I don't spend my $300 this year, will it carry over to the next year?
No.
Oh,
no.
Shit.
It's $300 per calendar year.
Okay, and then what are my point multipliers on?
I don't know. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
What? What the fuck? How do you know when to use the card on?
I just use it on everything.
What the fuck?
I'm not like one of those hardcore people who like.
Well, the ink card gives you 5 times ultimate reward points for like gas and shit,
Yeah.
though.
This is pretty good. It's 3 times on dining and 3
3
times on
times? Wait, link me the thing, dude. Holy shit. Wait, so should I just cancel my normal Sapphire card? Is there any point in having it?
I mean, you're not paying an annual fee on that, right?
No, I just keeping it over, like keeping it open helps.
Just keep it open so you have a longer average length of account history.
Why did I ever
so
get
it
that
helps your
card
credit
if this
rating.
one is that card except like better in every single way? 3 times points on dining. Oh, I should have used this card today. Fuck.
Yeah, looks like you're fucking up, man.
Get 50% more value when you redeem for airfare. What does that mean?
2 years of this man despising my very essence and watching him
that's-
refuse to feed young Nicholas.
This looks sick as fuck.
No, that's not worth it because it's worth more to transfer to a frequent flyer program still.
Okay.
And you can get like TSA pre-check, which is pretty nice.
Wait, I get TSA pre with this?
Yeah, you have to apply for it, but they reimburse you for the $100 application fee.
Oh, is that for just one person?
Yeah,
How much does TSA pre normally cost?
$100 for 5 years.
Oh my god. Okay, so I should always use this card when buying food and shit, and never my normal. So there's no point in ever using that normal Chase Sapphire card anymore, then, right?
I really don't think so. I don't think the reward program's that great on it in terms of point earning. But again, I don't really pay that much attention to that.
And then I pay a $450 annual fee for this card, but so I'm getting 300 in travel credits. So I'm paying a $150 annual fee for what though? Is it really worth it? Ignoring the travel credit, so $150 cash every year for this card.
I mean, you have to. It's not worth it to keep it past the first year. I don't think, but it's worth it to pay one annual fee and then cancel it. That's
All the people but mad over what happened are fucking retarded. BTW, I emailed you a nice meme, my dude.
Gotcha.
Wait, how did you even get this card? I thought you didn't qualify for it because of all your applications or whatever.
I don't know, dude. I'm starting to wonder if that 524 meme is real. I actually applied for this as a joke because I just got my taxes and I wanted to see how many cards I could sign up for to get bonus points on them. So I threw in an app for this one and they gave me a huge fucking line, like my biggest line of credit yet. I don't know.
Interesting.
Do you think maybe because I'm a streamer, maybe they know who I am?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm just kidding. I have so many fucking cards now, though. I feel like I have to have hit that 524 meme, no?
You have some business cards which don't really count. I guess that's why.
So these are cards that I'm pretty sure I've gotten in the past 2 years. I've got a Target card. I have a Home Depot card. I've got a Nebraska Furniture Mart card. I've got the Chase Inc. business card, but that's under my normal name. My Chase Sapphire card, which is under my normal name. And then I've got that normal SPG card under my normal name. And then now I have... the Sapphire Reserve card, and then I've got my 2 business cards.
Maybe they don't count those store credit cards. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember asking that at one point if they counted those. On my new card, did I tell you what they wrote?
Yeah, Junior. Stephen.
What the fuck?
No, Junior.
How could they? Why would they even do that?
I don't know. You could ask him to change it.
Oh shit, I lost it. It's already gone.
It'd be pretty awkward if you were paying for something, they asked to see your ID, and they're like, "Sorry, this doesn't match."
And they refused it. What wait, of all my cards, do any of these have an annual fee? Do you know? Fuck, I should be checking.
SPG has an annual fee.
How much?
I want to say like 89.
Oh, so that means that both of these probably have a $90 annual fee then too, huh? Right, the business one and the normal one.
Yeah, I think those are like 95 maybe.
Gotcha. That I was gonna get that Amazon card, but apparently that 5% cash back, that's only at purchases made on Amazon. I didn't know that.
Oh, you thought it was like everything?
Yeah, that would have been like the best card in the world. 5% cash back.
The best card in existence.
Unless you're like ultra
min-maxing
the traveling.
I think the best you could do is like 2% for all spend, and that's like the Fidelity cards that like go directly into a Fidelity account or something.
Damn, Daniel.
Or like the City Double Cash. I don't know.
Do you think I was gonna just close my oh no I can't. I was gonna close one of my SPG cards.
You have to use all your points though.
Well, I can just close one of them and then have the other open, right?
Yeah, you can roll them into.
Yeah,
or,
I think I've got the
they're
accounts.
all in a bucket anyway.
Yeah, I've got the accounts combined already. Because I shouldn't need my normal SPG card for anything, right? Because all of those are probably going to be business.
No, I mean, SPG is a ridiculously overrated program anyway. Right?
Whoa, watch out, Harton.
I heard
He's in chat.
something about SPG.
Oh, shit.
No, come on. You don't want to cancel that card.
Even though I have the business version? What's the point of keeping the
Listen,
normal?
the ideal, Annapolis, I think you can agree with this. I think the ideal situation for him is keep the SPG, keep the Sapphire, the preferred, or not the preferred, the reserve, and then have him choose an airline that he's going to try and fly with most of the time, and then get that card, and that's it. And you use those 3 cards.
Yeah, Harton was recommending finding like a favorite airline and getting like a Delta or United or American airline card or whatever.
Well, like one of the alliances, right?
Yeah.
Like the Star Alliance.
I mean, how much domestic travel are you doing a year?
Honestly, not much. I think I only flew like 3 times last year.
So for me, I think convertible points are more valuable than frequent flyer points, than like points that you can roll into any given carrier.
But maybe once me and Harton's business starts taking off, maybe we'll be flying all over the country, Harton. So who knows?
Yeah, it's not, no, but I was just saying the reason to have the airline card is you're going to fly a few times a year, and the benefits of using the airline's credit card, like you get a ton of like free shit by just buying your ticket with that airline card. Like if you have an AA card and you buy tickets with the AA card, you get like free priority boarding. I think on international flights, you
get free check bags.
There's and they give you 3 times the points when you do it as well, directly to your frequent flyer thing as well.
Yeah, I think you should get that United Mileage Plus card since you love them so much.
Only if I'm gonna fly through Chicago.
Yeah, but SPG and the Sapphire Reserve are pretty much the 2 best cards. I guess we're going to see what happens to SPG in the next year. But
no, the Amex Platinum has actually gotten super competitive. They just changed everything like 2 weeks ago.
I thought the reward points or membership reward points are kind of shit though. When I looked at it, because I got invited to that with a 100K bonus. I mean, it's $500 annual fee. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, but they roll into some pretty nice programs too.
Oh, Destiny! I don't know if you know this, but like. If you buy shit with your credit card, like computers or anything, there's like all sorts of insane like protection built in. Like you can
warranty,
price matching. If it breaks like 3 years in the future, you can return it. Like all
if it
that
gets stolen, you could actually file a claim for reimbursement.
Oh, with my credit card?
Yep.
Wait,
which you buy the credit card? Yep. Everything has an extended warranty with it if you buy it with your credit card. Just no one knows about it.
Huh. Well, thanks for that.
But if you have to choose between the Chase and the SPG, get rid of the Chase.
Well, no, I just don't want to have too many open because I don't know if it's like hurting my credit or some shit.
It doesn't hurt to have more credit cards open, really.
Doesn't it hurt if your utilization is too low? I thought if your utilization was only in the single digits, that was bad. I thought the utilization was supposed to be around 30%.
I don't think so, mate.
Your credit score is going up. You're a big time memer now.
I mean, I just
like 704. I'm so proud of myself.
I just canceled like 5 cards. I probably utilize like 2 to 3% a day, and I have like an 808 or something.
Damn, dude.
You're in the good score now. You're in the 700s.
That's right.
I'm going all the way up to the 900s, dude.
The trenches. From deep in the trenches.
What did you start with? Like 500?
It was really low, dude.
Like that shit is like comically bad to be that low. You have to like try really, really hard.
Well, I mean, I ignored my student loans for like a decade and just let them sit there. So yeah, it fucked my credit real hard. But that's all good, dude.
So Hartdan, how's your Passover going?
I'm not really doing shit, you know.
What? Do you have like the candle shit set up?
That's Hanukkah.
Oh. What do you do for Passover?
You like have a bunch of assorted food you would never really eat through the rest of the year on the table, and do a bunch of prayers, and you talk about your people, the most oppressed people in the whole world, bar none, #1 oppression, worldwide leader, and tell stories about it.
So are you guys all talking about Sean Spicer?
Damn.
Fucking Spicer. Listen, Trump is pro-Israel. That's all that we can kind of hope for.
You better hope he doesn't send you to one of his Holocaust centers.
What?
Jesus.
That's Chechnya, Apple's.
No,
not
that was the
United
actual
States.
term that Spicer used to refer to like the concentration camps.
Dude, that guy is hilarious. What are you gonna do, man? You can't do nothing. Just have insane people in office. They want to take away my menorahs and my kippas. I don't like it.
So wait, is Passover the matzo ball soup, or is that?
Yep. So it's matzo ball soup. It's
gefilte
I'm
fish.
trying to remember. Yeah, they have that too. There's eggs. There's celery, which you dip in salt water. There's horseradish to symbolize something. There's definitely matzah because we were not able to make bread when we were in the desert, so we had to eat our bread flat.
I thought it was because you didn't have time to let the yeast rise because you had
some
to
shit like
run
that.
away.
We didn't
from
have bread.
Yeah.
We had flat bread. It wasn't.
Seems like you need to get your theology up, mate. What's going on here?
Listen, I never claimed to be a fucking religious scholar. I was born into this shit. All right.
Nice.
Just learn my oppression.
All right. Well, hey, it's been fun, guys. Stay safe, okay?
Keep the SPG card. Don't listen to Apple's.
Just cancel one of them and leave the other one open.
Remember that Apple's told you he doesn't pay attention to the categories. That's all you need to know right there, okay?
Yeah,
Are there any other Chase cards that are good memes?
I mean, the Chase Hyatt card is really good if you're actually going to stay at a Hyatt hotel because the bonus is incredible for like you can stay at like a Park Hyatt, which is like $1,000 a night for free.
Damn. All right, what else?
That's about it.
There was that card that gave you 3% cash back, but it's like the U.S. Bank Cash Plus.
Yeah, that one's gone now, I think.
You had to apply in the
Hey, my dude. I love you, Kappa
the
Pride.
Citibank, the Citi Double Cash, or the Fidelity 2% one.
Again, this is only if you care about cash back, which we've told you that you shouldn't.
Yep,
cash
you
back
shouldn't.
is for suckers.
Yeah.
Points are better.
Get them points, dude.
Look, United Mileage Explorer Plus card.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck. Just find out, like, I don't know, just find out what airline you've mostly flown. And if you were going to get another credit card, get that.
This is probably bullshit, but I can't like cancel my Chase Inc. business card and then like open it again and get the bonus points again, can I?
No, it's usually 2 years.
Chase is fucky about that though, right?
So yeah, though sometimes Chase will just never give you another one. Like even if you wait 2 years, you'll just never get another reward.
Damn.
Bonus. The best was Citi for a while. They had no limits, so you could like get an AA card, open it, close it the same day, apply for it again, open it, close it, and you'd end up with 1 million points in a day.
Holy shit. What's your credit have to be for the best mortgage rates?
I don't know.
Doesn't
I
really
got the
change
best mortgage
much.
rate. So
It doesn't really change much. What, above like 720? I never saw a difference.
It also depends on your relationship with your bank. If you're going through a bank as your mortgage lender.
Oh, yes. Okay. So there is one more meme, Destiny, that you should do that you're not doing.
Uh-oh.
You might be ready. You might be ready.
What's
right?
that?
This almost shouldn't be said on stream, but listen.
Are we
you
doing
need
some
to
tax
ditch-
avoidance memes?
No. I think you need to ditch whatever normal bank that you use. Like
Oh
the
shit!
Chase
Is there a
Citi or
special
whatever, and
meme bank?
It is. You need to get a private bank. Okay. There's probably, I'm sure there's probably one in your state. I don't know. There has to be at least one. But find a place that has private in the name of it and open your account there and do all your business to there. You'd say, why Harkden? Why would I want to do that? Chase
For
is
better
fantastic.
mortgages?
The reason is that it better everything. If you become a client to them and you run your shit through them, they literally will fucking do whatever you want.
I mean, Chase even does that. Chase is their Chase Private Banking, Chase Private Client stuff.
Chase Private Client now is $1 million in assets.
Yep, but I'm grandfathered into it, so.
Damn. How do I
private banking is really worth.
I don't think I have a high
doing,
enough
for sure.
like net worth to get in though. No.
The private bank you can. Private bank you can get in for, depends on the one.
Huh. Okay, so I just need to look for private banks in Omaha.
I'm sure.
Make sure they're an actual like
bank,
Well,
and I'm
yeah,
not just giving my money to
FDIC.
some dude.
Like FDIC insured. Yeah, but if you just, I would run your business account through them. I would run your main account through them, especially if you're expecting things to grow in the future, which I think you are. Like these guys, they get bonuses to keep clients. It doesn't really matter the size. So they want to keep you and they want to make you happy. So yeah, you'll get much better mortgages for them.
You could actually override the 524 rule if you're a private client, things like that.
Yep.
There's apparently Wells Fargo has Wells Fargo Private Client Services. Is that?
Hold on, let me just see what there is in Omaha.
Because I bank with Wells Fargo. I want to get my credit. I really want to grow my credit this year in case I need to buy another house for better internet.
Wow. So is that going to be 3 mortgages?
Do you know what First Nation is? Is that a bank that you're
Love
familiar
you,
with?
buddy.
First Nation.
I think that's the correct term for the Native Americans.
Well, I love you too, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think unfortunately I'm not seeing anything really like sexy for Omaha. It's kind of it's a hard one, I guess.
Wow, fuck
Might be
you, dude.
something.
We're a proud city, okay? We're the home of the Reuben sandwich, motherfucker.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that like the main thing you're known for, the Reuben?
Oh, I think the College World Series plays here, too.
By the way, I know Warren Buffett.
Oh yeah, and Warren Buffett lives here.
By the way, are you taking straight line depreciation on your houses, on your 2 separate houses?
Listen, I do not want to discuss my tax purposes or my tax avoidance strategies on stream, okay? I think what I'm looking at doing this year, and I don't know, I might actually go the CPA route just so I don't get fucked. I already have the payroll and everything is managed, so I'm paying all the memes every paycheck. But finding a way to rent an office to myself for my house is going to be the big meme this year. So that I can get, because I can't claim my house as a business expense anymore now that I get paid from my company.
Right.
So in order to kind of cash in on that, on the part of my house that I utilize for my business, I have to find a way to rent an office to myself. But
be careful with some of that shit, dude.
yeah,
Those
Harkin's got me paranoid as fuck. Harkin is on some hands, Harkin is like, oh, right, watch out, like you're gonna get fucked. But then Harkin tells me like, oh yeah, 1099s. I never file those for any of my people.
It's different. It's different levels of shit. Like claiming your office is like fucking hot wire shit to like getting audited for the small guy, and not doing 1099s is $100 fine.
Sure.
And stop doing quarterly taxes. Fuck, you just stop doing them. Seriously.
I didn't before. That's why I got this big ass fucking thing that I'm about to fucking pay now for all my taxes last year. But now that I'm doing payroll, I have to pay every paycheck, and so what I'll probably do is
easier.
Well, yeah. So I'll do that, and then at the end of the year, I'll lump sum on the dividends that I take from my business account.
It's much better. You have your use of the money throughout the year, and you can hopefully make more than the very tiny penalties, right? Like off of hundreds of thousands of dollars, you could expect to have like a $500 fine, right?
Sure. Yeah, but the bad news here is that he's still gonna have to pay that Obamacare penalty.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. I didn't get me or Aaron healthcare because I really did think that they were gonna get rid of it. But they're not.
How does that work? Can't you just get it now or no?
Nah, fuck that, dude. It's too expensive. Honestly, like the penalty, I think the penalty is gonna come out to like $4 or $5 grand for the both of us. But for me to get healthcare for both of us, it was gonna be like $600 a month anyway. So it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's not worth it. It's so expensive.
$600 each or combined?
No, $600 for both. But for two,
with your kid?
No, that's not including my kid. That's just me and Aaron. So $600 a month for 2 healthy adults that like never use like healthcare services. Like I'll just pay the fine. Like fuck that shit, dude. I don't feel like paying no massive fucking.
Dude, my health insurance is insanely expensive, and it's the worst health insurance in the world. And I'm like because of like the whole situation with how if you change healthcare plans, like it's all fucked up now. I don't even want to fuck with it because I remember how hard it was just to like register and.
Wait, why is your healthcare so expensive? Do you have like medication or some shit?
No, nothing. So 2 kids and me and my wife, and it's $1,400 a month, and it's a $5,000 deductible for the year. So I have to pay the first $5,000.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Mine was $14,000, I think.
It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I guess it's great if I get like cancer or something, but aside from that, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm a
poor,
wage
you like
slave. I pay
extra shit.
$35 a month for my health insurance.
Yeah, it must be nice to have a company to pull that together for you, you little fucking
Yep.
cuck.
I'm glad I'm a wage slave.
Yeah, and you're also paying for that by having a lower salary.
Whoa, free
Yeah.
markets. Oof.
But then again, I'm also not worth the money they pay me. Don't tell anyone. But
Oh, okay. Fucking healthcare.
Yeah, it sucks when you pay it because I mean, fuck, dude, that's like, it's so much money. Like, say, like, if even just for me, for my low, like $600 a month, like, what is that? Like a $50,000-$60,000 car? $600 a month? Like, damn, dude. Or a small house in Omaha.
You can finally buy that Miata of yours.
Fine, that's way more. That's like a Miata paid off in like
You
2 or
buy
3
2
years.
Miatas.
Yeah, holy shit, your whole family Miatas. Oh, I need to talk to Mike, dude. I think my car is on its way out, and I need to get a car, and it can't be a convertible. I want to buy a 2-seater, but I can't do it because I have a fucking child. So I need to find a 4-seater. So I have to move up a whole class of car into some other shitmobile that's gonna be big and clunky and disgusting as fuck.
Just buy like an S3.
That sounds expensive as fuck.
It's an Audi,
You could afford it, buddy.
It's not.
I know what your income streams look like.
Yeah, but the Miata, dude, was like $25,000. Oof.
You drive that much? How many times a week do you think you drive?
I mean, I go out to eat a lot, so I don't like to race.
Yeah, but
around.
like, in terms of mileage, you probably don't put that many miles.
No, I really don't. Not anymore.
Then you should
Do they
just get
have
one of those
Uber
low mileage
for your-
leases and just like swap out a car every 3
Fuck
years.
that shit. I would never get a lease. I'm not that much of a cuck.
Yeah, I did that once.
For a low
That's the-
mileage lease, it's like no money.
How much is no? Even so, it just sounds like cucky to me. Why would I be throwing money into
I mean,
something? I'm not getting any
A
equity.
lease is only good if you can like find a way to write it off to your business.
Yeah,
Then it works
exactly.
out
And which
okay.
you can.
Well, but
How
it's
is he
my
gonna- he
business.
can't do it.
It's
There's
my
no way
business.
he can do it.
It's still
They-
my money
like-
at the end of the day. I'm not like fucking my
there's a-
boss over.
I'm sure there's a creative way to do it.
Dude,
Yeah, but even
have
even
you
if
looked
I
into how complicated it is, it's like you have to keep a logbook of where
of
you're
all your
going
mileage
where
and everything.
from. Fuck
Yeah,
that shit.
but even if I could, I wouldn't want to do that. Like I don't want to. Like I don't agree with Lisa. I've owned this car for like 5 years. Like I got this car like 10 years ago, and it's been paid off for like 5 years. Like to have a car that you don't have to put. I don't know, dude. That was like the dream, man. To not have a car payment.